Good morning. Welcome to the More Factor. Today we're going to talk about mindset change and problem solving. I'm Frederick Groth, and I enjoy helping others and coaching them to become the best they can be through life skills and success principles. So, day number 3 in our random famous quote from a random famous person. So how do, I'm going to use proper English, how do we get to mindset change and problem solving? Well, here's a quote from our most famous mathematician and physicist, Albert Einstein. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. I want to repeat that because it's really good. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. See, so often we tend to try to overcome our obstacles in life without changing our mind. It is so important that we take a step back, inhale, and exhale, and stop thinking for a moment and look at the whole picture. Because the problems that we've created come from a direct link to the way we've been thinking. So, if we're going to change our problems, overcome our problems, solve our problems, we've got to change the way we think. You know, I've got a quote that I've got on my Instagram. It goes something like this. And it just slipped my mind. Gone, just like that. But it's similar to the one behind me. True purpose leads to right choices. And the other one is something along the lines of your beliefs. What you believe is how you make choices. And so we've got to change our thinking. Because how we think, how we believe, what kind of purpose we have currently is what is changing our purpose, changing our thoughts, changing our actions. So if we want to change our actions, if we want to change our problems, if we want to change the actions around us, guess where it starts? With you. See, so often we're trying to change other people. You know, it's a common joke in marriages. You know, the woman is always trying to change the man, the man's always trying to change the woman. Guess what? It doesn't happen. What happens? We change. Change ourselves to stay compatible with the other person, to stay in love with the other person, to stay in union and in peace with the other person. We change. They don't change us, we change ourselves. So when it comes to problem solving, here's a key issue. And I love solving problems. It's one of my talents, one of my God-given abilities. I always has been. I don't know why or how I've received it, but I got it. But when problem solving, the key is, number one, where did the problem come from? What caused the problem? So you can't fix a problem until you know why it's there in the first place. It's very important you understand that. If you got trouble in a marriage, why? Well, no. Stop the whining. Stop the complaining. Stop the blaming someone else. Why is the problem there? Truly look at it. You are probably most of the problem. If you've got a problem in your marriage, you are probably the problem. So what has to change? You have to change. If you change, the other person will also change. If you got a problem in a relationship, same applies. If you got a problem at work, the same applies. You got a nasty boss? Guess what? You don't like him. He doesn't like what you're doing. Maybe he's jealous of what you're doing. Regardless, you're the problem. Why? Because you're there. You can walk out and leave anytime you want. So if you're going to change the situation, find out why it's there in the first place. Number one, in problem solving, we've got to find out why it's there. The reason why we find out why it's there is so that we can change the way we're thinking. Because the thought process that got us in the problem isn't going to get us out. The thought process that got us in the problem is not going to get us out. We've got to change. The whole purpose of these videos is to incite motivation and inspiration to change. I don't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do my morning routine so that by 6 or so I'm ready to come down here and do these videos just for something to do. I want to help you solve problems. Like Albert Einstein, I want to help you change the way you think. Life is so wonderful. Life is so exuberant. Life is so full of adventure. And we squander it with small thinking. We squander it with small thinking. So today, my challenge is twofold. If you got a problem, truly sit back, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and find out why it's there. And be honest with yourself, because 80 to 90% of the time you will find that you're the problem. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether it's your negative self-talk that you've been telling yourself all this time, or a belief that you started to believe in that somebody else told you, I just want to be honest. I want to be blunt. I got a lot of issues in my life I got to deal with. I've dealt with a lot of them already, and I'm getting better and better at it. Why? Because I'm becoming aware that most of my issues come from right here. Not out there. Here. In the mirror. When I look in the mirror, I'm the one that's got to change. So, find out why. And identify the thought process that got you into that problem. And then write down 5 ways that you can look at it differently. 5 different thoughts to get you out. Eliminate the ones that are like the thought that got you in it, and stick to the ones that are completely different. Try them. I can guarantee that there's going to something great and wonderful happen. Do something different. If you're always mad at home, try to be happy. If you and your missus aren't getting along, or you and the mister aren't getting along, bring home some flowers, for crying out loud. Bring home some chocolates. Do something different. Help with the dishes. Help clean up the house. Get off the couch and do something with the person. Do something different. Do something different. Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to end up in the doghouse on the street by yourself. Do you really want that? I don't think so. This is Frederick Growth. This has been the More Factor. Change your thinking, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.